Hello everybody, welcome back to Octopath Traveler 2. We're on the final stretch. The final stretch. And man, what a doozy. What a doozy. Maybe I was wrong about it being the the girl, but I think it is. Alright, so let's get in this. Alright, 11. Here I am, grand old Timberrain, just in time for the coronary celebration. Where on the street is that an apothecary named Tugaros is going to rain on the parade with a storm infused with shadow energy. His goal, I quote, is to extend a hand to save all those in need. What a nice notion. Let's rewind the clock. It was a year ago that Taurus lost hope in the future and set down this path. He was gathering out medical herbs when he stumbled into a lost seed. There he met Claus, who gave him the Book of the Night. Claude was disappeared. With the encounter, it seemed he had swayed Taurus to his side, but couldn't persuade an apothecary in the man's company. With a regretful sigh, he told me that this other apothecary was filled with a motherly strength, deep wells of kindness that build a sense of fierce determination. What was her name again? Ah, yes, Casti. She stopped Taurus. I don't remember this dude's name. Saw the people of Timberrain to safety, even dealt with the poison rain. As if that wasn't enough, she also managed to make up a medicine that could combat the shadow on the spot. Claw's intuition was right. Casti is someone to keep an eye on. My brother will know what we need. My brother will need to know that we have other dangerous potential wretches in our plan. I met a merchant today in Clockbank, an honest fellow with laughing eyes named Particio. He bolstered that he'll rustle up 80 billion leaves and buy the rights to the steam engine from his current owner, Mr. Rockwell. Then he gave the technology away to everyone. When pressed on why, he said things like this should be shared with the world. Particio confuses me. If I borrowed that ruthless Rockwell words, it is human's nature to take on from others and give unto oneself. Despite his noble degrees, I'm sure Particio will prove himself no different from any old slime, greed and self-interest, and will win out in the end. They always do. Still, I'm vaguely curious as to how his story will play out. I'll follow this Particio, and though I'll keep my expectations low. Placing your faith in others only gets you betrayed in the end. Oh, I guess she was surprised. My brother made a deal with Harvey. Craft a book with demons and an evil tome said to be imbued with the magic of Dasquest himself. And why, you ask? Well, the diary, because we need to restore the lost dark blood grimoire. The rub is that neither my brilliant brother nor even Claus knows how to make this tome. Thus, the need for Harvey. The one thing my brother does know that the remains of Dasquest are the key component. When I shared that vital tidbit, Harley smiled. That's all I needed. It sounds like he was already most of the way there. He was a valuable asset, so we'll do everything we can to assist him. Harvey has an unhealthy obsession with a scholar named Oswald. No, let's call it what it is. A severe inferiority complex. Harvey told me that he'd gladly give up the dawn if it meant he could best a man. We let Harvey read the book in order. Let Harvey read the Book of the Night in order to pull him into our Antagonis. But honestly, I honestly think it wasn't necessary. The bottomless well of envy in his gut, properly manipulated, would likely have been motivation enough. Besides, I don't trust him. No normal person can fathom that twisted mind of his. Particio gone and done it. He's gone. Partio's gone and done it. He's gone and done it. He humbled Rockwell and actually wrestled the rights of the steam engine from the greedy tycoon. Still, that's nothing compared to what he did next. He actually gave it away, just as he said he would. Things like this should be shared with the world. He lived up to that grandiose statement, and then some. The heart of his passion even melted Rockwell's icy heart, and I don't think the desert sun was enough to do that. So taking a step back, what Particio did is impossible, unimaginable, inconceivable. I've observed countless people in my time, and to this date, every one of them is motivated to varying degrees by self-interest. People are always willing to step in on others to achieve their own desires, willing to step on others to achieve their own interest. But Particio? Is he truly different? Is he someone who can at least transform his dark, ugly world into something wonderful? What do you think, brother?
I'll do what I must.
Yeehaw!
Welcome to my humble castle. That is how he greeted me when I arrived in Lost Seed. Before he took me on a casual stroll through the rotting mausoleum of a town, I struggled not to gag on the stench of death and decay, all while he smiling and breathing as deep as the air of tranquil mountains meadow. This ghastly man named Claude is, and he is, the descendant of the infamous Archmage Duskquest. It is said his notorious grandfather gave him a taste of the blood of the malevolent god of darkness, Veed. Frightening enough while he was still in the wound. As a result, the man is blessed with eternal youth. With the blood of Duskquest and vie within his veins, Claude fated was to become the dark god's vessel, and yet he rejected this destiny, and his chose to pass that honor on to his offspring. From our part, we don't really care who the vessel is, we just have one. Claus, however, seem to have preferences in that matter. Preferences, The man seared countless children with countless women in his project at each other's throats to the bloody victory goes to ultimate spoils. I shivered as he looked up and down. His eyes seemed to be piercing my very soul. It was as if he was seeking to plant a monstrous seed inside of me too. When he handed me the dark blood staff, he told me that the woman who stole it from him has a lot of potential. His words, my purpose in the Lost Seed fulfillment. I hurried out there. I can't wait to hand over the staff to Arcane and let her handle the cathedral sacred flame. Dear Diary, today I met with Porchor, the woman known as the Dark Hunter. I thought I introduced her to Professor Harvey several years ago at Ag's request. She was talkative today and had this to say. I met Archer when I was young. It was then I swore myself to her service. Ever since, I have hunted for her and her alone, even slaying the legendary monster known as the Guardian of the First Flame at her behest. Sometimes I hunt people too, like that time when I came to possess the Dark Blood Bow. Once again, my lady has use of me, and I gladly shall obey. I nodded along. When she was finished, she showed me a monster. This beast, which was captured on Totoha, looked out at me with eyes filled with loathing for all that walked on this earth. I asked her what it was. She told me it was the result of years of brutal conditioning and a healthy dose of Harvey's science for a good measure. The result, an abomination crafted through repeating and horrifying experiments. I nodded again. A soul this stirred in despair would surely provide to be a great source of power. It seems that leaving the flame of Totoha and her care should prove no issue. I can't believe it. How did Particio How did Partitia turn that economic desert of a town into a hopping commercial hub? A business idea of his was inspired. I must admit that watching Auron's department store come to life woke something warm inside of me. I told Partitia that the world filled with people growing under the weight of the thousand problems. It's fresh idea like that brings a roar of joy into troubled lives. For once, I really truly meant what I said. I should never have poured my heart out into public like that. I suppose my declaration was proof that he's cracked my emotional defenses and convinced me to gasp believe in him. In my defense, he really is something else. Before I knew it, I was promising to help. The truth is, I'm excited to see what great magic he'll pull out of his Partitio hat next. Guess what, dear diary? This is the first time I've ever helped. This is the first time I've ever helped someone for that wasn't directly related to my mission. Let me stop for a moment. I also appreciate the fact that he convinced Auron to invest 80 billion leaves in him. 80 billion. The question is, will Partitia prove to be the man of integrity? Or will he really use those leaves to help the world and not just line his own pockets? Just a little bit longer. Only a bit, mind you. I find myself needing to see what he does next. Oh. Oh, inheritance of our will, let the mirror shine and kindle a flame in your heart to chase away the darkness. I said, the scholar's words cornerstone. Oh, inheritance of our will, let the mirror shine and kindle and chase away the darkness. Perhaps it can be rekindled with something. Okay, so we kind of know. Okay, so we kind of... Alright, so each runes or area has just story. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Honestly, I'm gonna go back to the church. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the church. We're gonna go back to the church because I kind of want to see. Oh. Okay.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
But this smell, it's the scent of humans.
Uh-oh.
They're frightened. Hiding.
Someone's coming.
Mint!
Is that you, Temenos? Out for a stroll in a place like this? You always did have the habit of sticking your nose in places it doesn't belong.
A friend of yours, Temenos?
In a manner of speaking, but something's odd.
You failed to see what was in front of you. The shadow is ever by thy side.
Just what are you? This is an inquisition. Refuse to answer and...
Attempting to conquer others with threats of violence will always fail. Those who are subdued by strength cannot help but rebel. To conquer them, truly conquer them, you must subjugate their hearts and minds. Hearken to the shadows in their hearts.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
People are desperate for a place to belong. give it to them, and they cannot bear to live anywhere else. And then, their hearts and minds are yours.
Their hearts and minds?
Humans are foolish by their very nature. Centuries pass, and yet they remain the same.
Bold words for someone so young.
Oh, she's definitely not young.
Surrender yourself not unto silent dusk,
Like, she's old. I can promise you
for
that
the
much.
light shall fade. And soon, night shall fall.
The teachings of the Moonshade Order. No, it can't be.
Oh, she's probably one of them.
Since you are so dogged in your search for the truth, allow me to help you. My true name is Arcanet,
Arcanet. Ah.
and I am the leader of the Moonshade Order. The same order that slaughtered the Call. All so that I could steal the flame.
That's impossible. The massacre of the Call was decades ago.
Arcanet.
And the Moonshade Order's origins are older still.
It's not impossible. There are old souls out there that hide behind youthful faces.
Thanks to Caldina's efforts, the Book of Night
Caldina.
is now in my possession. That girl was so eager to
So
be a
Arcanet
puppet.
and Caldina.
She didn't realize the strings were held by her sworn enemy.
Well, that makes sense now. We know who killed
The
the Pope.
Pontiff knew who you were. He was going to tell me, but his life was cut short.
I had hoped you would be more stricken. How dull. Such has ever been your nature. Your face always a placid mask. But I suppose it matters not. This world's end draws nigh.
That staff.
Once, long ago, night was invited into the world. But a loathsome few drove it away.
I'm talking about the first people.
Those events will not repeat themselves again.
You stole the futures of untold innocence.
Did I? Then you should thank me. This world is cruel, monstrous, with not a single mote of joy to be found amongst the misery. Don't you see? Roy, Pontiff Jorg. Yes, and even
Yo,
Crick.
don't you dare talk about Crick like that woman.
They knew. They knew the beauty of a dawn that would never come.
Quiet. I won't allow you to sully their names with such blasphemy. You will answer for your sins, Arcanet,
Arcanet.
and I'll ensure the world they hoped for comes to pass.
At last, Temenos' mask falls off.
Nah, Timonus is still a player.
I'm getting all fired up.
Oh,
Now it begins.
let's see what she's weak to.
You're in for it. You've been
Okay,
exposed.
this
What
spear.
to do?
Alright.
Here goes. Poison shot.
Now then.
Alright, he has the ability to use the one true magic.
Indulge me for a moment.
Oh dear.
My turn.
Okay.
Well, well.
Here goes.
I will rely on him. We will use hired help here.
Let's get to work.
I need a plan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have him start building up his stuff, and we're gonna hit him with one true magic.
Eureka.
Prepare yourself. You're in for it now. Who's next?
I need a plan. Calculations complete.
What to do? Heavy-footed, aren't you?
Prepare yourself. I'll end this. I won't be afraid.
We'll see if we can
Ten
do
left to
some
go.
damage. Oh, that was
Bring it
that
on.
was serious damage.
Poison shot.
Thinking time. Feel my wrath. Let me show you what I've learned. Indulge me for a moment.
I'm just getting warmed up. I got more grit than I can handle. Yeehaw! Let's get to work.
Cleaning time. Sorry, but I won't hold back.
Let's see. Actually, I
Aver,
need to
Prince of Thieves.
Now it begins. You're in for it now.
He's got some HP on
Here
her.
I
Good
come.
God.
My turn. You're too kind.
I need a plan.
The one true magic 2. It costs a lot of SP.
This is the answer.
Here goes. Poison shot.
Give up.
Prepare
Yeah,
yourself.
Timonis is in the party. I can't wait to in the party for this.
My blade sings.
Yeehaw! Poison shot.
Oh, let's just keep weakening her down.
Indulge me for a moment.
Cleaning time. As swift as a snake. There! What to do?
One more time, and then we're gonna have him,
Calculations complete. Roar thunder.
Here I come.
Ready? You're too kind.
Alright, there we go. Beat her.
I take what I want.
And so we arrive at this moment. Are you truly so desperate to see the dawn?
Sure.
I see now that the Pontiff was not the true threat. It was you, Temenos. You, a dagger sharpened to a razor's edge. Claude's masterwork.
Oh?
I can see it. The collar around that thin neck of yours.
A collar?
You will never be free.
Do we tell her?
Even if I fall here, nothing will end. And they're always near. Soon, night shall fall.
Oh.
Farewell, Mint. Your days of meddling are over.
Soon night shall fall.
Oh, she just spared.
From the looks of it, it already has.
If this isn't night, then...
I mean, this ain't night. Something bad's coming. Alright. Well, folks, I'm going to stop this video here. It looks like she was evil. Kind of not surprising. It was always, like, toward the end there, she seemed to be very different toward Temenos as we closed up his story. With that being said, I think I finally get where we need to go. We're going to go to different locations, and then probably there'll be different people that we'll see. But that being said, we're going to close the video here. Thank y'all for watching. Please take care, and I look forward to seeing y'all again in the next one.